Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity with me, Cornish-Knight. Sorry there was no video yesterday. I just wasn't feeling fantastic, so here we are, back for another episode. We've got, a day? Great. There's nothing else we can really do in that time. We could release a fair the member of the dozen who's organised harassment campaigns. Well, we can't do anything with that.
Just say the word.
Do you want to go deeper down into the depths? So we're down in the basement. Right. What's that? A lever? No, dead spider. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is where the barrier was.
Just say the word.
Yes?
Sorry, I thought I had everybody.
Just say the word.
Space pig. Let's explore for a bit and start doing the mission in the Underdark.
Here we are. To think we are so close. Beneath our very feet lie the endless paths, built by Ard Nua, the great Engwithan king. Well, up here this is all Adiran, of course. But should we descend far enough, we will find some real history. To uncover that great king's tomb would be a dream. But it is one of his servants I am after. Gabranos, a powerful mage and a dedicated scholar, a keeper of lore, just as I mean to be. He was in possession of the Tanvi Oratoa, or whatever form of it preceded the one we know. I've seen it in ruins, alongside Gabranos' name, scraps of the same symbols and verses we know in Rauatai. He must have held the words in high regard, or perhaps he was even the author.
You seem very impressed by this Gabranos. Why does this book matter so much? Are you always excitable? Why does this book matter so much? The Rauatai faces terrible times. Once we were unified people, but this is changing, and the Tanvi Oratoa is at the heart of that. There are those who say that we haven't held to its instruction, that we are allowed ourselves to grow weak and polluted our traditions by welcoming foreigners rather than laying claim to the lands around us. But we must hold to those traditions if we are to make ourselves a nation to be feared. My brothers would have it so, but we don't need to isolate ourselves to make the Rauatai great. We know there's more to the chant. It wasn't created out of sand and water 1,000 years ago, but brought to Rauatai by the Engraphins, by a people that knew the value of alliances and shared their knowledge with us, and with that knowledge we made Rauatai what it is today. If I can find the original, I can prove it. They know that the chant is far older than we believe, that the Ithwaffins favoured peace and the trade of knowledge. If we follow their footsteps, we might make a kingdom just as grand and lasting as theirs. Averting conflict is a noble ambition. How is one old book going to change the minds of everyone in Rauatai? Conquest is the path to a lasting civilization. Even the Ithwaffins must have known that. How can you be sure that the Ithwaffins believe in? How can you be sure what the Ithwaffins believed in? But the Ithwaffins are all gone. And if someone looted it, I see. But the Ithwaffins are all gone. He hesitates. Yes, though I haven't had much luck in discovering why that is. Was it a plague, I wonder? Perhaps we'll find answers to that question below too. How can you be so sure what the Ithwaffins believed? I studied them for years. There are traces of the civilization across Aurora, but there are no signs it destroyed by war. Not that they came to Rauatai to conquer us. An impressive feat, given that the deer wood can't go 10 years without attacking someone or the other. Can I last? Then coughs. Sorry, that was unkind. No, you sound very impressed by Gabranos. They said he held power of the elements, Kanakovs, but I'm more interested in his writings. He was a very prolific author. I haven't been able to translate anything, but I've seen enough to know that he travelled far and wide. If only we could have met him, what wisdom he could share, but we can follow his example and strive to learn from those around us and improve upon it. You can't actually read his writing? Well, not entirely. How could I? It's a dead language. Hardly anyone has translated even a small fraction of it. But what little I have translated. By comparing the symbols to his work to what others have found, I pieced together a phrase from the Tanvi Orator, clear as day. I even gave it to the keeper of the check, but she was convinced I'd written it myself. Are you always this excitable? We're on the verge of a great discovery. I wonder at your restraint. Let's start looking then.
If my sources are correct, Gabranos will have brought the text with him. It will probably be within a library. Or a tomb, perhaps. It tends to be one of the two. Let's be off.
Right, time and tide. Find the ruins beneath here. Explore the endless path. So he leveled up. So he got 6 points. What are we going to put them into? We could get lore up. We have the wizard for that. Probably athletics and stealth. And he's got a lot of invocations. Let's pick up a second level one, Sally. What do you want to get? For joy to my comrades, 2 fingers of daylight. The chant creates a 2 bouncing beams of pure light that restores endurance and gain immunity to frightened and terrified on allies struck by them. Right, so that regains endurance and gives us a bit of defense against mental damage. The lover cried out to the beloved, I am yours. Charming them inside the enemies, yeah, that does charm effects. Shatter their shackles, cast off their chains. Decreases duration on defends against hobbled, struck, paralysis, and petrified. Rendera's ghost spake, I'll catch ye, Ben Fiddle. Causes the enemies and the affected to be terrified. That would be useful. Requires 3 phrases chanted. So let's see. So these are the spells you can bring out once he's chanted enough. Paralyzes enemies in the area of effects. 11 seconds, that's not much. Summons worms. Will of the Wisps are summoned. Terrified for 16 seconds isn't too bad. Yeah, let's go with that one. Right, and you can pick up some talents and stuff. Beloved by the Spirits. Improves Chanter's connection to the soul's fragments they employ, increasing ancient memories' healing capacity. Okay. I mean, we can get him other stuff. We could get him all kinds of stuff like improved weapon focus. Bloody Slaughter isn't too bad. Ghost Hunter against spirits, and you have Primordial Bane. All that kind of stuff. Marksman, actually against distant enemies. Gunner. Actually, Gunner would be useful. I would get Gunner actually for him, just because it means that we can reload this a lot 20% faster, which is really good. Because now he's going to be a bit better.
Just say the word.
Right, we're going to the tombs. Let's see if this guy actually has anything to say for us right now. I have questions I want you to ask.
If doubts and curiosity
Yeah.
plague you, you're skinning your knuckles on the wrong door.
I do love that saying, he says. I want you to know more about the salvation. When the Animanters tried to place animal souls into children, Durant snarls, if you ever need proof of their trespasses, that alone speaks to it. Widewin may have taken a god, but to put an animal inside the vessel of a child, Durant shakes his head, his face wrinkling in disgust. Animancy is madness. Worse, it took too long to see the crime for what it was. I heard of the first tales, Diolan suffering first, he chuckles, ruefully then sneers, like they always do animals within animals, compounding the madness. Did you see what happened? First was a woman could have chalked that up to female weakness, then the cat men could have chalked that up to them being animals. His hands tightened on his staff, then more and more and more souls ended up at their claws. Durrance gazed his heart, though I would have given anything to place them within a cage with those they saved and see the craft shape the craftsman. Yet those children let those children tear the tormentors apart. I can only guess a taste of what they should have suffered. It is a meagre fare for us both. Let's ask about the region. Let me ask you about something else.
I suspect the answers will seed more questions.
Tell me about Magran. Does she have allies, you inquire?
Some, shaped for hunt and war. Abidan the Golem. Galawain and his beasts. The latter keeps us honest and awake. The other makes the tools by which we punish those who are not.
Abidan? Not surprising, you haven't heard it. More gods than weeds in the field, and those are the only the ones of this lifetime. They come and go, but are always here at the same time. Abidan used to look human. Durrance got killed, then built a new body for himself. Transformation with Magran's help. Perhaps he needed her own blacksmith to tend the fires. If so, Abidan serves it. Durrance frowns. He's a weapon, a tool, not a god in my mind. Still, people of the Deerwood and the cities especially hold him dear, so be it. Although if the reward for hard work and craftsmanship is a body like his, I'll keep my blood and my cockin and hips to thrust with it. That's pleasant. You also mentioned Galawin, Monster Father, the Great Hound, and as for monsters, this world has quite a bit, and not just ones on two legs. It's as if he makes monsters solely to hunt them, to remind men of their place. He is busy making more, I suspect, more monsters than sends variation upon variation, huh? What do you mean? His aspects are a confusing bunch, and considering he respects reversals of fortune, especially in beasts, perhaps not so confusing. No reason why Magran and he share a bed in my eyes, even if he does believe in the trial. A filthy all and god in many ways, howling and mewling, perhaps like they do. They can keep their beasts. I'll take fire and weapon any day. Tell me something else about Magran. Stare too long into the fire and you might blind yourself. Watching he chuckles. That and touching yourself might do the same. Who are her enemies?
Before, when you asked about allies, well now, ally, enemy, that's a skin's edge of difference in history's eye. But there were enemies.
Eophus. Durrance gives us a cold grin and nods, but we sorted that one out. Then Haela and her queen crown of feathers and birds, he sneers. Perhaps she claims to see the world from her perch. I hope she saw what happened to Eophus, and if she dares to walk upon an earth where such fire reigns. Her temples are things of wonder, windows and untwittering music. If a bird falls, know that its victory, and seeing upon set daring eye from that feathered bitch dies a pleasure to me. You bear her a lot of rage. She and her clergy offer shelter to the Eophians since his death, his humiliation. She's next for me. That's all I want to discuss.
Just say the word.
God, these people are pleasant. I need to talk to these guys more, to be honest. How long do we have? Plenty of time. Well, let's get to it. Yeah. We know. Evil humans coming to steal your loot. Better punch him in the face before he does something stupid. Yeah, he's got to do that attack. Come on, why aren't you hit him in the face? There we go. Do that. Do that. get him. Reload your gun and shoot him. Pop your stamina reversal, well, endurance restoration. And there's more of them. Buy us some time, little fox. You two target him. Nice stun. Well, we cut him down to size at any rate. Put it in the box.
Just say the word.
It all goes in the box. It gives us, at least it gives us still crafting remnants that we can use for stuff.
Yeah.
So what's this? This crooked effigy has been cobbled together with logs and scaled hide and bones. A human skull adorns the top. Right. Come, Space Pig, this is no place to be wandering off. They would like a taste of bacon. What the? It's a worm? Okay. Go for it. That's a nasty hit. Right. Target that. Target that. Target that. Target that. What was that thing? Encyclopedia, Bestiary, Wolf, Witch. Yeah. That's not it. Where's... Oh, it's a drake. Young dragons begin their life cycle as worms, where most never develop beyond that stage. Worms are clever and sly, if not specifically intelligent. To develop into a drake and eventually a dragon, the worm must have ample space and resources. They will not develop if they live near existing drakes and dragons. They must seek out habitat that has not already been claimed by a large counterpart. Since the chance of further development are low, most worms will band together in covens for survival. They are bold and highly aggressive creatures, not particularly intelligent, and extensive competition for food and territory demands as such. Okay.
I'm on it.
Ah, the wizard leveled up. So... Buff his stealth and his survival. And we'll save the other points so we can get the next level of Lore Master. Right, you got one spell, one level 3rd spell. What do I want to have? Let's see. Requiem's Repulsive Visage, compelling all nearby foes to become terrified and sickened. That's only if the effect hits him. Noxious Burst, spews forth poisonous cloud. That's actually not too bad. Bounding Missile is useful. Crackling Bolt is powerful because it jumps. Arcane Dispense. That gets rid of beneficial magical effects, which is always useful. But Noxious Burst is nice because it's corrode damage. So let's grab that. Okay, and we've got one class talent. Deflection, conjures up protective shield, which is nice. Grimoire Slam, bonus 1st level spell slot. That'd be useful. Bonus 2nd level spell slot would be more useful. Probably going to get 2nd level spell slot. Because now he's got 3 in there, but he's got 5 in this one. So if you go into his pack, the problem is I don't know. See, these are all combat ones. Rolling fireball. Yep. That's what he's got on. What's in this one? Actually, I haven't got many in that. Got that one. I could switch that out. This one's useful. But let's see. Fireball. There we go. Second. So that's the case. I might switch that book out for this one. Iban's Grimoire. It'll take him a second for his spells to tick back over. But once they do, he should have a nice variety of spell magics. Yeah, I mean, not too bad. I don't mind those ones. They're useful. A lot of his stuff is like attack spells.
Just say
Anyway.
the word.
Right. So we have that. Now, I really, really would like to enchant Burning Lease. I really want that. We could go Primordial Spirit. Kif Slaying would be nice. It's also super expensive. Damage against humans, elves. Well, yeah, let's do that. Let's enchant that for now. Because then, if push comes to shove, when we get back to town, it's accuracy and additional damage against humanoid foes. You know what the spirits do against spirits? Primordials, which I think like slimes and stuff. We get one against beast. I'm gonna get Kif because the Kif races in my mind are always like the nastiest ones. So we'll get this enchanted. And we'll have that stowed away for now. Compare. Because I've still got the plus fire damage, 25 plus fire damage. So until I get that, I can't switch the greatswords over. I mean, I could lend it to him if I wanted to. Accuracy and plus 15 damage. Right.
Just say the word.
Let's have a look down here. More of these guys. Okay. Get him. You go for him. You go for him. You go for him. You go for him. And you shoot him in the face. Oh, that's a lot of people. Okay. And they're charging as well. Do I have to get in? I don't actually want to use the fireball spell. Get him before he gets to mage. Ouch. That's nasty. They're really, really tearing stuff up. Right. Ah, man, that's nasty. Okay. Do that. Please punch that one in the face. Why is it taking so long to kill him? Right. Is it dead yet? Come on, die already. Go for him, and there's another one back there, is there? Okay. Get that one. Run up and shoot this one. Shoot this one. Right, that one's gone down as well. Had to be closer, okay. That's not right.
Following your lead.
Okay, those guys are dead. Man, he got the stamina kicked out of him.
Just say the word.
Boy, oh boy, that was a nasty fight. Gwen Ravenheart curled him alongside the inside this broken shell. It's a tiny white shape. Only when a tiny tooth more opens to let a frightened squeak is it clear that this is a small worm recently hatched. Pick up the worm. Tiny white worm has been added to your inventory. Is it a pet? Ooh, it is a pet. Oh, awesome. I wish other people could have pets. But alas, Space Pig is the one for me. Space Pig. Right. I'm going to give him fine leather armor. What does overseeing do? Ability of effect area. But he's getting his ass kicked at the moment. Give him the better leather armor just so that he survives. Right.
Just say the word.
So cracked excels are leathery but brittle. Most have been trampled into fine dust stamps with tiny clawed footprints. So this is like a Drake's tomb or something. That's leading down. More of these guys. Okay. Let's go then. Yeah, I thought as much. It's going to be one of these guys in the back. Come on. Something just chimed. What did we get? Ah, there we go. Yeah, we got more XP from learning about the enemies. Beat up on that one. Gwen Ravenheart can continue slicing this guy open. Ouch, that hurt.
Just say the word. Just say the word.
Oh, people leveled up.
Not a problem.
Our fire has come back on. Some people leveled up. Alright, so probably athletics. And then what you want to get, bonus knockdown would be nice. Prone, wary defender, modifiers +5 to all defense except deflections. What else? Outlander's Frenzy. Not so good. Gallant Focused. Nah. You get something like Defense, Reflex, Bare Fortitude. That's a Bull's Will. charm, domination, all that kind of stuff. Defense against paralysis, unstoppable, defense against blind. Hold the line. You get utility stuff, which means you could move faster, bear more arms. Range recovery, burn resistance, field triage. Field triage might be good actually. It's only got one person that can heal that. It's a mode, unfortunately. I don't like. Oh, we could get another bonus knockdown. That's always useful.
Just
Right,
say
and
the
he
word.
leveled up as well. The Mad Priest. What if we probably get the mechanic up for him. Interdiction. Any enemies once per encounter. Dazed. Inspiring Flame. Once per rest. Everyone receives less healing from the priest Holy Radiance, but the priest gains a bonus to all his attributes. I like the healing thing, because that's 75% less healing received. And I gained actually bonus from the priest Holy Radiance. So what else could we get? Veteran recovery would be nice. Bonus first and second level spells are useful. Passive. The Faith of Magrin gains actually bonus with sword and accuracy and can use a special version of the burst of summoning flame. That's once per rest. But he has to have a use of sword or arquebus. Once per encounter. We could daze people, that's actually pretty useful. Probably though I'm going to go for a second level spell slot, because spells in this are more important. So he's got... yeah, so we can use stuff like this a lot more, which is useful. Put all that stuff up in the box.
Just say the word.
How long have we got left on the clock? Plenty of time.
I'm on it.
Ouch. That hurts. A lot. Okay, we're going to probably camp now, unfortunately. Definitely going to have to camp now. My own mistakes. Hand and key. Fuhrman's curse. This rolled up piece of parchment is covered in smeared chalk scrawls. Let me get it down in writing. I knew this was a shit plan from the start. Mercer's gleeful as a toddler, convinced we were going to talk the orcs rips into helping us fill our pockets. Help Andras write into a great big pit, more like. And now you all run off like hares. Meanwhile, here's me, up to my armpits in bones and orc rip shit. I hope you all rot down here. I hope Meris trips right off the edge of the world, and Diff then loses what left of his wits and guts. The rest of you, 5 of us left, and you run. Curse each and every one of you, and curse me too for dying here on the account of a bunch of mewling pisspots. And here's for when one of you rotten lizard bastards learns some Adrian. I hope you'll fucking choke. One by Pavel, a paladin of the kind wayfarers. This breastplate bears an elegant relief of two hands presenting a key. Pevrel commissioned the armour, demonstrating his dedication to the ideas of opening paths and doors for those who might otherwise find the passages too dangerous. While his devotion to the order dictated almost every facet of his life, Pevrel was also a faithful abhorrent to the god Barath, and that hand and key served as personal reminder that the final door he opened would bring him into the god's keeping. So if we get that, our damage reduction goes down 1. Then we get less protection from slashing and crushing, but we get increased resistances against confuse and charm, dominate. Our recovery's a little bit better. Yeah, why not? So what happened to the armor? Did we put it in the box? Yeah, there it is. So she can slap that on. Hands and keys. I mean, it gives her a bit less damage reduction, but some of the benefits are nice. Yeah, I mean, it gives her a lot less protection, unfortunately. I mean, I like this. I just don't use the sunburst, the sunbeam ability. I mean, we could give him that. Plus 3 damage reduction from burn. So he has 12 from burn. We'll just put this in the box for now. Right, I've got a whole load of stuff that needs to go in the box, really. Clear up some room. So we're running out of room. Right. So first things first, these guys need to rest. Yeah, give them damage reductions. Gwen Ravenheart, you woke to see Durant's stuff held in both hands before him. A flame flickers at the top end, casting long shadows across his face. He stares in contemplation. Still, for all the light of the fire, your eyes can't focus on him. Perhaps it's awakening from sleep or the trick of the light, but he seems indistinct, blurred around the edges, everything except for the staff. The staff, he seems to be studying its engravings. You watch the engravings glow thinly red, like through the cracks of a heat-suffered wood. The lines steam like molten metal burning along the edges of his staff and branch out into an incessant series of fiery veins, bunching thickly where his hands clutch the wood, pulsing as if a heartbeat. As you watch the veins spiral into dozens of separate circles that spiral again until they are arranged in a circle of their own, they pulse, await, wait, and all this seems silent, and then suddenly there's a great light from the fire, a rushing of air, a great flash, and you awake again to see Durant in the same place, still holding his staff, but his solid real. He doesn't seem to have noticed you or reacted to whatever occurred. Discuss your wisdom with Durance. So a couple of people leveled up, so we do this quickly as well. Right. Get a stealth up. Get an ability. This is companion. Her companions. If we attack the same person she is, her companion does more damage to it. Accurate wounding shots. 2 per encounter. Uses primary attack. Accuracy versus deflection. It's hobbled. Resilient companion. Merciless companion. And that's probably a good one. We could do utility, arms bearer. Which one is it? Yeah. Actually, that's just for her moving. Marksman, further fire away. Evasion, savage attack. Reload speed would be nice for her, to be honest. But we could probably go... damage reduction, because that means plus 15% damage reduction for the companion, and it ignores free damage straight up. 50% more damage, and we can bypass 3 of its damage reduction points, so that would be useful. Right.
Just say the word.
I will quickly talk to him about this, just because I want to know what here it was like. Actually, what time is it now? We're pushing on. That's going to have to be for next time, folks. So we're going to leave it here right now, as we're in the murky Undercroft, and something's going on back at base. The Bailey construction is complete. Excellent. 21 hours until the slimes turn up. So the thing that we want to quickly build, Bright Hall restoration, probably, to be honest. Got the dungeon, merchant stalls, training ground, hedge maze. Now what we'll do first is we will chuck in the Bright Hall restoration, get that done and underway. And this is where we're going to end, ladies and gentlemen. I've been Cornish-Knight. If you have liked, please press the like button. If you wish to subscribe, please press the subscription button. As our gallant bunch of misfits and weirdos attempt to survive in the horrific monstrosity which is my own personal adventure. And I shall see you all next time for the next episode. Goodbye.